I promise I will not urinate on the show this time.
I mean, you're more than welcome to. I mean, it's
well. Thank you for allowing me to urinate in my own home wherever I want.
Yeah. Previously on Bumming with Bobcat.
Exactly. So I'm pissing in a cup while we do this podcast. I didn't want to end it it's happening. Don't worry.
It happened there.
Is it really coming through on the mic?
Oh, I heard it. Yeah. Yeah. I heard it. And I think that's the first time anybody has pissed on the podcast on mic. So
well, I'm happy to help.
Goes to that. 2 seconds before we're talking about the urination, and I'm going to get one out really quick now before we really get down into the meat and potatoes. So if you have to go, do it now, or do it on the show. Up to you.
Well, I guess I'll do it now. I need to refill my drink anyway.
Okay, all right, perfect.
All
right.
I was a bad guest and didn't bring the bottle to the mic with me. I'm like, oh shit! I normally have a mic bottle for
for your show. Yeah.
Well, and because these days, since the last time I did the show, last time we did a remote one of these, I was doing them from my couch in my living room. And these days there is a full Twitch studio green screen setup in my bedroom. And then we do the show in the living room or in the dining room where it traditionally was. So we're on my Twitch setup. And normally I have a bottle sitting next to the Twitch setup. But apparently I fucked up and drank it all.
All right. Well, we'll go refill it. Bring it with you so you're all set and ready to go.
Right? You can't have me sober on this show.
No. We just said there's always a reason to drink.
All right. We will break for a moment for urination.
Right, sounds good. All right. All right.
Jesus Christ, man. Did you have to go to a public restroom? I just had a vision of you running to a liquor store. Being on a first name basis.
Hold that thought really quick. I'll be right back. I just got to go pee, get in the car, drive down the road.
Well, I figured you're just on a first name basis to your local liquor store. You use the can there. You don't want shit in your own house or something. I don't know.
But don't turn around, 'cause you're gonna see my heart breaking. Don't turn around, I don't want you seeing me cry. Just walk away, tell me about that you're leaving. I'm letting you go, but I won't let you.
All right. This is Bum Wine Bob welcoming you to an all-new edition of Bumming with Bobcat. And this is a show that's been a little bit in the making. He's making his return to the show. And we've already been here chatting. You might hear some bits and pieces scattered through before or after this intro hits your ears. But he is the one and only. It's Matt fucking Slayer is back again. Matt, how you doing, man?
My bladder's empty. I'm angry about it.
Well, we
Bob
made
made me fucking pee before I.
We made sure. We started talking before, and I said, okay, before we really get into this, you go take a piss. We're going to go have a pee break before we really get into the good stuff here. And well, I'm going to crack open a cold one here. And no cans tonight. I'm going fancy. I got the glass here this week. You know, the twisting of the cap doesn't quite do it just like the cracking of the beer can. But
I mean, you still went with twist offs. You didn't go too high class.
Oh no. I mean, I'm drinking. Well, it is the champagne of beers. It is Miller High Life. What we're drinking here tonight, because I don't know if you heard the news, and people out there, if they follow me, they've probably seen it by now. But thanks to Miller High Life, I am now the Reverend Bum Wine Bob. I am officially an ordained minister, so I can do weddings. If you want to, Matt, if there's one day when you finally seal the deal, you want me to officiate, I can do it for you.
Whoa. Seal the deal means something completely else in your world, doesn't it? Like, you're just putting out there, yeah, Matt, when you finally get laid, I'll be there to officiate it. Like, what? No. Fine. I have sex. Jesus. I didn't get the vasectomy for funsies.
I was going to say, they recently vasectified, recently had a vasectomy. I don't know what the official
snipped. I've just been going with snipped.
He's been snipped. He was just snipped. Man, I mean, how you doing?
You're supposed to spay and neuter your animals, so here we are.
Yeah. It's been a few weeks now. How you doing post vasectomy? You feeling okay? You doing all right?
It's still actually a little sore. It's supposed to subside by now. I'm like, why are my balls still sore? They're supposed to be done in like a week. I mean, it's bearable. It's never been unbearable, but it's still like my balls are a little sore.
You're not used to the regular feeling that you had prior yet. So you're still waiting for it to get back to that normal flow, I guess we'll say.
Oh, no. Flow fine. And
okay.
I'm very happy that I did not come blood, which potentially could happen.
Okay, that's a good thing. That's a positive way to start.
Yeah, the first time I rubbed one out, I was just like, oh boy, here we go. Am I going to be a Cannibal Corpse song here or not? Okay, looks normal. No, right. Before your audience even asks, I did not taste test it.
No, well, yeah. I mean that's not up for you. I mean that's not your problem.
Nope. Need a volunteer for that.
Yeah. I was gonna say at least you tested it out beforehand until you didn't wait for actually sealing the deal to see how it came out, because that might be a little scary the first time if you're getting intimate with somebody and next thing you know it's a little red in there. It might be a little scary.
Definitely some explaining to do at the glory hole.
But hey, at least you did it. You did it yourself first, so you're good.
I did. Technically, and the doctor reminded me this multiple times before I walked out the door. You are still fertile for up to 90 days. I have to actually finish in a cup and mail it. Well, UPS it in to get verification that I am shooting blanks. He's like, you are still fertile until we verify. You must treat it like you were still fertile and use condoms. I took every bit of willpower to be like, condoms? What are those? I wasn't using them beforehand. Well, yeah. Why do you think I'm here, Doc?
I'm not starting now. I'm not going to start using them now. I guess that's interesting, though. I mean, I guess people don't really think about that. That people think once you get snipped, you're done. But I guess you have all this stuff built up in there already that it's got to, I guess, work its way out first. I guess, is that the reasoning?
That is the reasoning. And what they're like is you have to wait 3 months and 20 loads. I'm like, so is it 20 loads or 3 months? He's like, no, it's and. I'm like, oh, okay. Otherwise, you were about to get a sample in about a week and a half.
I'll have you. What's today? Okay, today's Tuesday. Okay, I'll have you that by Saturday. Okay, all right.
All right, I could finish off 20 real quick. Just have to stay a little sober for that because a little too much consumption makes it a little hard to pop. But
yeah. You got to be responsible.
I mean, the last thing I want them is the test to be like, this is half whiskey, half semen. What the fuck is happening here?
It's like, okay, well, you're not fertile anymore, but the blood alcohol content of your semen was a little way over the limit.
Yeah, we could actually proof your semen. So
yeah. Then you're like, oh well, wait a second. Oh, maybe you're onto something there, Doc.
I realized like right before I did the procedure, I'm an idiot. I have never had a pregnancy scare in my life. I honestly should have had a fertility test before I went into this. I may have been shooting blanks this whole fucking time.
Yeah, but you went full force with it, man. I mean, what for anybody who doesn't know about this journey you've been on, getting this vasectomy? I mean, what caused you to say, okay, I'm doing this. I'm getting snipped?
Because I'm a good podcaster and I committed to the bit. This all started a little over a year ago. Xander Corvus and I were doing the podcast, and somehow, as things happen on and now we drink, the joke started like we should make normalized brosectomies. We should make it a thing where dudes just get together, have a spa day, and then go get vasectomies the next day. Fast forward to earlier this year, the Roe versus Wade decision was leaked, and I get a text from Xander like, I booked it. Oh fuck! Well,
oh, we're really doing this, huh? Okay.
Yeah, this is really a thing that's happening. Committing to the bit, and because I'm a publicity whore and shameless, I went real public with it. Real fucking public. I started a GoFundMe, which was my mother's idea. I was just going to pay for it out of pocket. My mom's like, why don't you start a GoFundMe for that? I'm like, that's hilarious, Mom. You're right.
You're right. I should do that. Right. Have other people pay for my vasectomy.
And I probably wrote the most ridiculous GoFundMe I possibly could have. I don't know if you read it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm rereading it now as we talk.
Because that's right. It's still up. You can still donate to it, folks. If you want to, help me make up for the time I lost icing my balls, you can go to the GoFundMe.
It's still there. You can still
anwd.net/snipped.
That's it. You can still do your part and help Matt recover from this event.
I'll do you one better. If you don't donate, I will continue to have unprotected sex for the next 90 days and possibly knock somebody up. Donating to the GoFundMe now will make me buy condoms.
Yeah. All it takes, $10. Then he'll go buy a pack of condoms. Go on his way.
Exactly. And my seed will end.
That's it.
Millions of years of evolution stopped by a doctor's hand. But
yeah. But thanks to you. You're the one that you voluntarily, soberly went in and said, okay, we're doing this. And you recorded it.
I did.
Yeah.
Which was a bit of a negotiation with the doctor at first because I didn't run it by him before I showed up. So I show up, sleep deprived as hell because I thought it was a brilliant idea because of the whole vasectomy thing. Xander lives in Vegas. So we booked in Vegas. I got bogged down with client work and a bunch of other shit. So I didn't leave my house till like 3:30 in the morning for a 9 a.m. appointment in Vegas. So I drove to fucking Vegas in the middle of the night, got to my friend's place where I was crashing, dropped my shit off, and then she drove me to the doctor. I brought my camera gear. I did my paperwork. And then this is the first time I'm meeting this doctor. Like, this is all booked online through assistants and all that shit. This place is so efficient. They don't need to like pre-screen.
Right. Yeah. There's no pre-consultation or anything where you sit down with the doctor and they're like, okay, this is what we're doing. This is the process. You're just like, nope, I'm coming in. We're doing it. That's it.
Yeah. Pretty much right beforehand. He's like, this is permanent, right? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I go, Doc, would it be okay if I film this? He's like, no. I'm like, all right, that's fine. And I understand. And then I explained the publicity, the vlog, the GoFundMe. He's like, well, you can film your face. I'm like, oh yeah, that's all I was gonna do, Doc.
Yeah. You were gonna have him go in there and say, okay, here, take my camera. When you're in there doing your snips, get the camera and show everybody what you're working on down there. It's like, no, we're not going that detailed.
Right. I have been in adult entertainment for over a decade now, and I have managed to keep my cock off film. I'm not going to start here for YouTube.
yeah, not for YouTube. Then that shit's going to get kicked off there in 5 minutes anyway.
No, that's educational, man. I could have kept it on there for educational purposes.
That's true.
I never thought I would describe my cock for educational purposes, but, well, I take that back. There have been some important life lessons for some of my partners because of my cock. But
right. But that's educational in a different way, not for videotaping a procedure, but for them saying, okay, I did this with Matt and I know not to do this again. So I learned something today.
Right. This was a poor life choice. Hi.
Okay. Do not see this guy again. All right. Say, okay. Don't return his calls. He texts. Okay. Nobody's here. You're ghosted now. Sorry, man.
I literally had a former partner hit me up not too long ago and be like, oh, I miss you. And I'm like, oh, how you doing? She's like, oh, I'm doing good. I'm like, no, you're sliding into my DMs. You're obviously not doing good.
if you're voluntarily messaging me, something must be going wrong with you to come back to me.
Especially I miss you. Like, we didn't end all that great. I know you enjoyed the dicking down, but we didn't end all that great.
Right. It wasn't this big thing like, oh, nice and gently, and somebody's moving or something like that. And if it's really something that went down and you're still coming back, then all right, you really must be. I don't want to say desperate, but
I did.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say.
I mean, I have to maintain my policy of telling everyone on the internet I lay mediocre pipe. I have to keep the expectations low-ish.
Yeah, and then they come back for more.
Yeah, I mean, that means you're just getting really bad dick out there if you're like, yeah, mediocre will do. Then again, every once in a while, people get drunk and want to go to Taco Bell, so.
Exactly. I had a conversation about getting drunk and eating White Castle. So, I mean, it happens.
Oh, my God. Speaking of White Castle, Vegas has a fucking White Castle, and one of the joys of being out there for my vasectomy is I got fucking White Castle for the first time in a couple of years.
How was it? Was it good?
No, it's White Castle.
I know.
But it scratched that itch. Like, oh yeah, I haven't had this in fucking forever.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I had it for the first time in years. A couple weeks ago, I picked up. Now, it's the difference between. Now, were you sober at the time when you had the White Castle?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I definitely had some endorphins going
Okay,
to my balls.
okay. Right, okay, yeah, but it wasn't like the drunk, wasted after a night of drinking, crave case,
No,
White Castle.
That is the magical time for White Castle.
Right, exactly right. That's what I was saying when I said a few weeks ago. I was coming home from work and had some time, and there's a White Castle. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Screw it. Let me just get just a regular, the 4-burger meal. It's just 4 little burgers, fries, a drink. So it's not like you're going too crazy. And when you have it, you're like, yeah, man, it's good. It's good in its own way. It's not gonna be this amazing meal, but it's just hard to explain. There's just something different about it that just makes it so good.
There's something about that alcohol that just makes steamed little burgers.
Oh yeah,
amazing.
that makes it even better. Is after the night of drinking when somebody has the idea of saying, "Hey, let's go get a crave case," and that's 30 burgers and a couple guys, and it's like, all right, just start pounding them down, drinking beers. Now that's when White Castle really hits the spot. Now the next morning, you'll probably hate yourself, but at the time, it's delicious.
Many, many nights have been like that. Hell, one of the times I was in Vegas, because unfortunately Vegas is the nearest fucking White Castle to me, I got real drunk and decided to try to solo a crave case in my hotel. I was real drunk. This is pre-pandemic. I'm just like, oh yeah, there's a White Castle near Fremont. Yeah, I just rolled in there like middle of the night drunk, grabbed a crave case, and like just littered a hotel room with slider boxes and just shame.
How many did you make it through?
I'm not entirely certain. And because I'm a crazy person, I may have eaten a couple when I woke up in the morning, even though they'd just been sitting out all night.
Yeah, but I mean, how much worse is that really? I mean, to begin with, it's questionable eating them. If they were sitting out overnight, is it going to really be that much worse?
I lived.
Yeah, and you're here to talk about it, so it's not that bad. You didn't end up in the hospital either, right?
Not that I recall.
Okay, so then you're good. It's good.
Though, for your audience, the real secret of White Castle, the best thing on White Castle's menu is the fucking breakfast sandwiches.
I've never had a White Castle breakfast sandwich before.
That's the thing. Most people fucking have them. Most people don't even realize they have them. They're fucking phenomenal because it is just 2 pieces of wheat toast, a sausage patty, a slice of cheese, and an egg fried to order.
That sounds pretty damn good.
They're fucking phenomenal. They're greasy, and they cook them on the same skillet that they cook the burgers on, and they really
you get all that extra grease in there. You get all the good stuff.
Oh yeah, and they just crack that motherfucker and throw it on the grill. It's a real fucking egg. It's not like egg product you get from McDonald's.
Yeah. Just crack an egg open, let it cook. Okay, throw it on and pass it along.
Yeah, it is phenomenal. I didn't realize it was a thing until back in the day when I worked for the armored car company. We picked up White Castle's money.
Oh, okay.
And once you got in with the people you picked up the money from, they'd often hook it up with food. And one of the dudes I worked with was like, "Yo, give me a breakfast sandwich." I'm like, "The what?
What? Who?"
And I saw them. I ordered him a breakfast sandwich while I was in there, and saw them crack the egg. I'm like, "Holy shit, that looks good. Yeah, let me get one of those too." And never turned back. It's like, holy fuck, this is the best thing on the menu. And at least they used to be only $3 for that, for a fresh fried egg, sausage, and actual wheat toast. Fucking great.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I trust that a hell of a lot more than whatever seafood options they have there. But I think last time I had a shrimp something, I'm like, I really don't want to get my seafood from White Castle. I mean, I know it's not gonna be anything that's real seafood, but you know what? I'll stick to the burgers.
Yeah, I'd be afraid.
Yeah, I was oh yeah, the shrimp something. I'm like, just give me the burgers, please, thanks.
My question is, where the fuck did they even prepare that?
I don't know. I'm assuming it's just some big bag of frozen shrimp or something that they have, whatever seafood stuff they're peddling out there, and they just kind of throw it in the deep fryer or something to
I mean, if it's deep fried, I mean, they can't fuck that up too bad. John Silver's has stayed in business forever, and I wouldn't trust them either.
Yeah, exactly. But at least they're known for their shitty deep fried seafood offerings.
Man, White Castle's just trying to expand their market.
Hey, you do what you got to do, man.
Just fucking open one in LA, you motherfuckers.
I'm surprised they don't have one out there. I mean, you got everything else over there. I mean, why not throw a White Castle?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. apparently all the ones that are owned in like the Vegas area are owned by one company, like one franchisee. So they just were like, rent in LA is really fucking expensive.
Yeah, but I'm sure they would make money hand over fist over there. I mean, they find the right spot. I mean, you're going to get a ton of traction through there. When they opened the White Castle back where it's maybe about 5 miles away from me where I am now, they opened up one over here. I think it was in like 2002, 2003. And it was the first White Castle that came to this area within like an hour drive. And for months, there was lines of cars down the highway waiting to get White Castle. So it's like, look, people will flock to this shit if it comes out there.
It's true. Maybe I'm in the wrong business. Maybe I should open a White Castle franchise.
Hey, you never know. Hey.
Eating all my profits. Fucking.
I was gonna say, well, if we can do a White Castle that serves alcohol, now that's your win-win right there.
Hey, Vegas has a Taco Bell that has fucking a full-on bar in it.
Oh, so yeah, I've seen the pictures of that. Yeah.
So why can't you have a fucking Taco Bell or a fucking White Castle that serves alcohol?
Exactly. I've seen the picture float around for a while, and even the Natural Light Instagram posted the picture of it today of the 30 pack of Natural Light and a Crave case for $30. That right there, that's a win.
Oh yeah, you call it the 30 for 30.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'm like, now if we can find a place that that does that, boom, you nailed it. That's the way to do it. And
what you should also do as a marketing ploy is make a special koozie that can hold a White Castle box and your beer in it.
Oh yes, that's genius right there. That's it. Yeah, you put the koozie right on the back. You just slide the little cardboard box, goes right in there. That's it. Move on.
I mean, it's not very practical, but it'd be amazing.
No, it's not. But it works because you're hanging out somewhere. You're like outside. You have your beer in your hand. You got your next burger sitting right there in like the holster right there, and you're eating the one. Then you just kind of keep rotating them out. You eat one, put the one in. You just swap it through. I mean, does it make a lot of sense? No, but it'd be cool as hell.
Right? It's a great marketing ploy.
Yeah,
not practical. Great marketing though.
Hey, White Castle, hit us up. We got the ideas here.
Right. I'll be your spokesperson because Bob won't show himself on film, so he'll do your radio spots.
Yeah, that's it. But hey, if the price is right, we'll make it happen.
What is the price to reveal your face to the internet?
Oh, it's out there. It's out there.
I'm sure it's out there somewhere, but it's not well advertised.
No, but we'll see. Maybe down the line. People are just saying, "Oh, well, you can do some video content." It's like, yeah, we'll see.
You could just do it like full on Dr. Claw.
That's true.
Just have that one arm with a beer in the shot.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Boom.
I was going to say, through the wonders of technology, as you showed, you can do a video podcast and certainly hide yourself.
Yeah. It's not great for marketing yourself. Well,
it depends. It depends on how you're trying to market yourself.
I was just trying to market myself as a ridiculous human being there, and I think I succeeded.
Oh, hey, it's who you are, though. So it fits. Ridiculous. This guy right here.
The one problem with that mask is couldn't drink through it.
You had to get one of those like beer helmets with the little straw or something.
Oh, that would have made that outfit even more ridiculous.
I didn't ask you. What are you drinking tonight?
We are drinking the house wine of now we drink these days. Elijah Craig small batch, 94 proof.
Oh, okay. Fancy.
I'm low class on a lot of things, but booze, not as much.
Yeah. You got to pick and choose where you lay that low class level at.
And honestly, it's the economics of these things. Where like a bottle of this is only $26,
and that's not bad. That's not a bad price.
No, for 94 proof bourbon.
No,
it's actually pretty good. Not a bad price at all.
Yeah, I'd say anything under like 50 is not a bad price at all.
No, and yes, I could probably get a lot of High Life for the same price.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ, I'd be urinating so much.
Well, that's the trade. It depends on what you're in the mood for, what you want to drink. Yes, if you can spend that much money on quite a few bottles of High Life, but Depends on how much you want to be pissing all night and how much of that buzz you want to get right away compared to sipping on these for a while.
Yeah, I'm seeing it's just economical to just knock a couple bourbons back and be like, hey, okay, we're off to the races.
Yeah, and then you still have some left over for tomorrow.
Exactly.
See, it all works out. See, we are the economical drinkers here, trying to say. I mean, I always drink from the bottom shelf. I'm always looking for the best deals on the booze. And I almost asked you, I was going to ask you beforehand what you'd be drinking to get something to kind of match you, but maybe for the next time around, we'll make sure to mind meld beforehand.
Yeah, one of these days we actually got to do one in person. You know, you come and do it now. We drink for once.
Well, you want to fly me out there? I'll do it.
Now, if my patrons want to spend a lot more money, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I would love to have you on and pay for it, but you don't have tits and I have camera gear to buy.
Yeah. It's not as exciting. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's not the exciting part. I generally don't buy people's airfare unless I'm planning to fuck them. So
yeah. Well, in that case, I totally respect your decision. It's okay. Yeah. At least we got that out of the way now. So
yeah,
there's just no awkward...
We did have an awkward conversation when you got to LA. Like,
yeah,
I got your flight. It might have been Spirit, but I got your flight.
Yeah, exactly. So you kind of have to put out at that point. So,
ladies, if a man flies you Spirit, don't put out.
Yeah,
he does not care about you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, make sure that the airline's a little bit higher class.
Yeah, I would rather drink lower class booze and have a better quality flight than airlines are one thing you just don't skip on. You don't.
No, you don't have to be flying them out first class in those better airlines, but still just step up the airline from Spirit.
Right. If they're going to charge me for your boarding pass, yeah, it's not good. And if am putting up the money for first class, I'm expecting roadhead on the way back from the airport. Like, just we're first class shit.
Oh yeah, then you're expecting the VIP treatment if you're fronting out that type of money for it.
Well, I reality be fronting out my airline miles. I'm not actually paying for anyone's flight.
But nobody needs to know that. They don't need to know that.
I'm just being honest about it.
Okay, it's full transparency from Matt over here, guys. You know what you get. You get the unfiltered man, as always.
I try. I try. Just it's just easy this way. I don't have to keep up with lies. You know what you're getting.
Exactly. There's no surprises later. It's not. They're not getting to you and then realizing, oh, this is what I have to do to, just keep my my stay here. Firsthand, right in the beginning. Oh no, this is what I expect from you. Okay, fine.
Communication is key, folks.
See, and that's why they come back to you, regardless of how desperate they are. They come back to you.
Lord knows why. Lord knows what's going on in your world. That it's bad.
But hey, in 90 days, they'll know that they can have sex with you and not have to worry about any risk. Well, of pregnancy, other risks maybe.
You won't get the worst STD, the one that's bound you to me for life.
Exactly. So it's a trade-off.
And in like 90-ish days, I'm going to go make a tour of Texas, and it'll be fun. So it's been a couple of years since I've raw dogged in Texas, and it'll be safe to do so again.
Yeah, that's it. You rock out with the cock out, like they say.
I'm very happy that I got to randomly bang a bridesmaid after a night of drinking in Austin by just putting some Al Green on the jukebox. It was just a random fucking night and a good time.
Now, was that a wedding you were at, or just
no?
It was just happened to be you were at the same place with this bridesmaid at the same time, and it just the stars aligned.
Pretty much. I was down in Austin visiting a buddy of mine, and he had to go deal with wife-kid bullshit, so he just kind of left me at the bar, and just, hanging out at this dive bar, drinking, having a good time, and this bridal party, not a huge bridal party, but a bridal party rolls in, and we all get to bullshit, and I put some Al Green on the jukebox, and like me and the maid of honor are just having a sing-along, and it's getting around the last call, and they're all like, hey, we're going back to the hotel. You want to come with us? I'm like, yeah, sure. And me and the bridesmaid end up back in her room, and bless the bride's fucking heart. She is such a gangster. Before, deal is sealed. I hear a knock on the bridesmaid's door. Like, what? I open the door, like wearing a towel. Like, hey, how's it going? She's like, oh, I think I left my purse in here. Do you mind if I check? I'm like, sure. Like, I in a towel, just help her look for the fucking this purse that obviously, in retrospect, in sober mind, did not exist. She was just checking on her friend.
Right. Making sure.
But at the time, I was legitimately concerned about, like, let me get you this purse so I can get out of here and find it.
Right. Yeah. Oh, where is it? Let me help you find it. Lifting up cushions and everything. Like,
Right. Like, I'm in a towel, like, drunkenly trying to find this purse.
Yeah.
Like, my erection is here, and it was just to be satisfied.
And now I just got interrupted.
Yeah, I got interrupted by the bride. Like, it's her day. I can't be like, fuck off. I'm trying to fuck your maid of honor.
Mm-hmm.
So let me help you find this shit. She eventually bailed, banged it out with the maid of honor. Turned out to be surprise period sex. And also drunken stupidity on my part. When like I pulled out and there was blood, I'm like, oh, did I hurt you? I don't have a massive cock. Like, I have an average sized penis. Like, I don't know. Like, my drunken ego was just on point that night. Like,
yeah.
I can't sing either, so I don't know how me singing along with Al Green got anyone into bed.
And somehow the stars aligned for you that night that it all worked out.
Yep. And the third very drunken, stupid mistake was I stuck around till the morning. The morning was awkward. I like shortly post orgasm, I'm like, should I bail? I mean, it'd be kind of rude to just like up and leave this chick like shortly after nutting and like just bounce, but I don't know. I guess I'll stick around. It's weird to like just be out.
Right.
Morning was fucking awkward.
Yeah, you're like, all right, I guess I'll sleep it off. I'll wake up in the morning and we'll go from there. Then you wake up, you're like, oh, okay, this is a little weird.
Yeah, she was definitely like, kind of like, oh, you're still here. I'm like, yeah, I'm still here.
You want to get some breakfast or something, or?
Well, she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna meet up with the rest of the bridal party for breakfast. I'll see you around. I'm like, cool. We didn't even attempt to like exchange numbers.
Yeah, I'll see you around. Well, I don't live here, but
and neither did she. She was like the bridal party. Like, she was in from Miami for the wedding. So
I'll see you around. Maybe one day if we just happen to be randomly in the same place at the same time again. Okay.
If I randomly have a bastard out there, I guess.
Hey, maybe.
That would be miserable.
Yeah.
Holy fuck that. Like, hey kid, you want to hear about your conception? Go listen to Bumming with Bobcat.
Yeah, that's it. The story is right here. Use your imagination.
But she was on her period, so it's almost impossible that I got her
exactly right. Yeah, so that was essentially safe sex on your part, just by chance,
right? Just by dumb fucking luck.
Oh my god, did I hurt you?
Yeah, there were a lot of parts about that night in retrospect. Like, whew, I was a drunk idiot. My ego was out of check. Just no check my ego.
You were just on a different level for some reason, not on that whacked out drunk level, but it was just your brain was just not functioning as it should at that point.
Now my brain's like, you're a superstar.
Yeah, it's like, look at you. You go, man. You go. Look at this. You got her into bed, little Al Green, karaokeing at the bar and singing and dancing. And look at you now. You're in here with a towel, helping the bride try to find her purse that doesn't actually exist in here, just making sure her friend was not getting herself into some situation that she might need some help in.
Right?
Seeing her going to the hotel room with this random guy and being like, I should probably check on her, make sure he's not some psycho.
Right, but little did she know, I am, but not in that situation. I didn't mean her no harm.
No.
I just thought I hurt her with my penis.
Yeah, just a little blood. It was okay.
It's okay. I mean, don't you get down when it's bleeding down there?
Hey, you do what you got to do, man. That's it. It's all natural.
Blood is God's lubricant.
See, that's it. See, God wants you to do it.
I guess. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, that's why we're having the new Sunday sermons here with Reverend Bum Wine Bob. See, we have to make it educational like this, and you always drop the knowledge, no matter what. You're always dropping the knowledge for everybody, so I appreciate that. Well,
and we're getting close to where I have to unfortunately run because I could obviously keep talking, but I'm going to drop a little knowledge on your audience in case they didn't know, because I shared this gem with a friend of mine earlier today, and she didn't know, and I thought this is super common knowledge. Ace of Base are a bunch of Nazis.
Really?
How not everyone know? How does everyone not know this?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I did not see that sign.
Yeah. Ace of Base, but let me pull up one of the articles I sent to her. But there are multiple articles that cover this. Ace of Base, being spelled base as BASE, is an homage, first and foremost, to the Nazi submarine base in France, which was known as the Ace of Bases.
Okay, all right.
And one of the founders of the band, like, played in a white supremacy band before he fucking was in Ace of Base.
So you discovered this. You unearthed the Ace of Base.
No, this isn't anything I unearthed. This was covered in fucking Vice. This is not like a conspiracy theory. This is a real thing.
How does nobody know this? I mean, that's the amazing part of it.
Yeah, I thought it was like when I told my friend earlier today, I thought it was super common knowledge. And now I'm dropping it on you, and you're like, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, my mind is blown right now. This is wow. Well, on that note of Ace of Base, Matt. Before you head out here, tell everybody quick. Throw those plugs. Do rapid fire the plugs where they can find you with everything.
Of course. As always, you can find me at Matt_Slayer on Twitter, Matt Slayer on Instagram, Matt F. and Slayer on Facebook, twitch.tv/Matt F. and Slayer, which I'm leaving the show right now to go do. You can go join the Patreon for all the uncensored and Now We Drink content, my random musings, other random photography and shenanigans that comes off my phone and SD cards at patreon.com/Matt Slayer. You can find a Now We Drink at nowwedrink.com. You can also find it at Now We Drink on Twitter and Now We Drink _ on Instagram. And also, very importantly, full video versions censored, sadly, at youtube.com/nowwedrink. That's where you can find me.
That's it. That's the good stuff right there, guys. Be sure to check him out. Always fun chatting with Matt, and we will have to follow this up now that we have to go into the conspiracies, and well, I guess not so conspiracies, but now we know this. You drop this bomb on everybody, then you leave. So we'll have to follow it up again. I got to look into this now. Now you have me curious about it.
Yeah, it's really a fucking thing. Fucking Nazis. It's like, because if you look into some of the symbolism and like even some of their pop songs, it's about Swedish nationalism. Like, all that she wants is another baby. Like, they're literally talking about like welfare, people on welfare, like taking from the state. It's wild.
It's wild and crazy, guys. And that's what you get when Matt joins the podcast. Well, he didn't urinate on the show this time around. Maybe next time.
Till next time.
All right. Until next time, he is the one and only Matt Slayer. I am Bum Wine Bob. And until then, cheers.
Cheers.